Hello Internet, my name is Gingy, the game is Minecraft, and I have been playing way too much of it. So let me show you around. So about a month ago, I started this hardcore world with the intention of it being my forever hardcore world. I got my mega house built, I have a little iron farm, but other than that, I really haven't done much yet. And I'm running out of the basic resources. So in today's video, we're gonna be building a bunch of farms for the basic resources. The main one being a giant gunpowder farm that produces 10,000 gunpowder an hour. I should also throw in that I'm usually a Bedrock player, but in this world, I'm on Java Minecraft, and I've never built a farm on Java Minecraft. And this creeper farm was a big venture. So let's get started by fighting the wither. Or, I guess suffocating the wither, so cheesing the wither. Alright, with the Wither Star in our grasp, it's actually going to help us make our first farm today, a stone farm, which we're going to use a beacon to power. So we'll grab some basic resources, some redstone, and get to building this farm. I never thought I would have to build a stone farm. Like I always just had stone, but after building my giant mega house, I just had nothing left. But we're going to build it right next to my iron farm, so then while I mine stone, I'm also getting some iron. And there we go. Then I built a simple stone generator and start building the redstone to actually make the farm function. I also have no idea how this redstone is done. I have no idea how redstone works. I wish I was better at redstone. But hopefully, as I work on this world, I'll get a little bit better. But look at that, isn't that so cool? All right, now I just need an efficiency 5 silk touch pickaxe and the farm is ready. And I'm one level short. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed, but I went out and killed mobs, got my last level I needed, and we were good. Shout out King of the Hill.
This is a really great bit when you remember that Beavis and Butthead Do America hit theaters in December of.
We set up the beacon. Get the achievement for not only having a beacon, but a fully powered beacon. Throw on some haste 2. And our farm is functional. Okay, so now I just need to decorate and make the farm safe to use. Now that the farm was safe to use, I spent a while collecting stone, because we're gonna need about 20,000 stone for the whole creeper build. I was originally gonna do, I think 10 layers, but I ended up with 6, and then lost a bunch of footage to corruption. So all you need to know is I got a bunch of carrots, a bunch of stone, and a bunch of other resources to help with this farm, because this is definitely the most resource dependent build I've ever attempted, and I didn't want to forget anything. And I forgot the stuff for snow golems, which is like the most important thing for this build. So I went to a spruce village and raided it for a bunch of pumpkins.
Either way, I think definitely it was pretty fucked up. It's about a guy who likes this girl a lot, and so pretty much they're all hanging out one night, and he drives her home, and when he gets home.
After all that craziness, I used a snow golem to get a bunch of snow, which I was going to need a lot of because I need about 96 snow golems for the entire build. And then after some trial and error,
Yeah.
finally started getting them in place.
Do it, motherfucker. I created you. Alright, this works. And then that should protect him, so... Yep. Alright, cool.
Then I started putting all the snow golems in and just got back to building up the farm a bit. So enjoy this nice building montage. Really quick, I just want to throw in, none of these builds are my original idea. These builds were all created by people much smarter than me, and if you want to use any of them, I'll put the videos I use down in the description. Okay, back to the building montage. It's almost over. Then starting on the second layer, I had a little encounter with mobs that took out a bunch of my snow golems.
No.
After winning the battle and checking on the casualties, I lit everything up as backup started arriving. And I went home and slept. Then I replaced the Fallen and got back to building. And then bam, just like that, the first 2 layers are done. I also built layers 3 and 4 off camera. There was a lot of build montage, but then I had this weird moment where my pickaxe disintegrated for a second and got stuck in my inventory. It was weird. I've never had something like this happen before, but I thought I had thrown it or something, but it turned out to just be like in my inventory and just invisible. Weird. But then I got back to building and I cleaned and started up the farm, and there we go. 6-layer creeper farm. So this thing should produce about 10,000 gunpowder an hour. So I built an AFK chamber, sat for 20 minutes, and tried it out. Okay, so I completely forgot to record the haul from the Creeper AFK, but this is future me. I haven't really done another AFK, and this is pretty much what we got. We got a bunch. So yeah. All right. Thanks, past future me. After the AFK, I decided to build out a little deck and do some decorating because at the bottom here, we're gonna build a fully automatic sugarcane farm that should just be producing sugarcane all the time, no matter where I am in the world. So I gathered some quick resources, threw up the farm, and then built these ender portal stasis chambers that should keep these chunks loaded and growing my sugar cane no matter where I am in the world. But once that was finished, the farm is done. The sugarcane farm is definitely not as efficient as the gunpowder farm is, so it will probably need some improvement in the future. But for right now, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about fireworks for a while. So enjoy these cinematic shots. Also, I love how underwater looks with my shader pack on. Look at this. Block game can look really pretty sometimes. But there's more farms to build. Past me didn't know that, but future me knows that. Or now me knows it. Let's get to the next farm. I lightly moisted a dried ghast. And then gathered a bunch of resources because the next farm we're gonna build is an Enderman XP farm because my tools keep breaking and I need experience so bad. After collecting all the blocks I was gonna need, I got a stanky look from my dried ghast. Went and gathered some leaves. And flew over to my end portal. And then to get this farm started, we just had to build out a long ways, like a super far way. It said 120 blocks, but I ended up having to go a few extra blocks longer because there were still Endermen spawning on the main island. But compared to the creeper farm, this farm was a lot easier and took a lot less time to build, but was a little bit more dangerous. And I've had a couple close calls since after building it with Endermen and the void right there. I always get nervous hanging over the void. Right as I was about to finish the build, I ran out of blocks, so I had to run home, but my bed had been disrupted, so I spawned at my original base and had a run-in with a zombie on a zombie horse with a spear. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. But then, bam, the Enderman farm is done. So I collected some levels, decorated around it a bit, and then that's the next big farm done. Now I can mend my tools whenever I want, and I have infinite ender pearls for if I ever need a lot. Then I got some carrot farmers.
Good boy.
And farmed a bunch of carrots. Because the next thing we're gonna build isn't necessarily a farm, but it is a system to zombify villagers so I can get cheaper trades. So I just set up a little shack. And I had this idea to use a minecart system to trap a villager, send it off to a zombie to zombify them, and then bring them back so I could cure them. So we're gonna give that a try. There we go, the shack's done. Then I found this zombie walking around my base, which I almost killed.
No. Don't die. Please don't die.
But he was good, so I trapped him in a boat, gave him a name tag, and set him aside to be used for later. Then I worked on the rail system and got that working. And just like that, my villager zombification-inator is complete. So I took advantage of the cheap trades. And went to go get to work on the last big farm in today's video. The last big farm is going to take care of the last big issue I have, which is food. I've run out of all the golden carrots and the stacks of pork chop and steak that I had gathered from just playing the world, and mobs are becoming a rarity around my base, so we're just going to make a farm so I never have to worry about it again. And this farm's actually really cool because it doesn't take a lot of resources to build, it should be crazy efficient, and later down the line, I can tweak the farm a little bit to start trading the product for emeralds. So, I'll finish gathering all the items and heading back to my base, where I'm gonna craft up a little bit of scaffolding for an AFK chamber. And then I'm gonna head into the Nether, where we're gonna be building a hoglin farm. I just need to collect a couple more things from the Nether before we can start building this farm. All right, and there we go. We got all of our items. And now all we got to do is go find a Crimson Forest. And I mentioned that this farm doesn't take that many blocks because the entire farm is actually built into the Nether roof, which is going to make this so much faster and easier. So I finished mining out the first spawning chamber and setting up the kill chamber. And then we'll place some soul torches around to scare off the piglins and help them despawn. Finish mining out the last spawning layer, and then do something I've never done in the game before. Go to the Nether roof. So alright, let's go. For the first time ever, I am on the Nether roof. This is so... Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, for the first time... Oh, shit. Fuck. I am on the Nether roof. I'm here. Let's go. Look how proud of myself I am. All right, and then we're gonna set up this little doohickey. Download a mod so I can have fast right click and do something else I've never done in the game before. Break bedrock. And there we go, the bedrock's broken, so now I have access to my farm down below. So now all we gotta do is build an AFK platform and the farm is done. And this thing is so efficient. It produces about 12,000 pork chop an hour, and with that lava bucket, it's all cooked pork. But later down the line, I can change it to a soul campfire to give me raw pork chop, which I can trade for emerald. And this was the yield after about 10 minutes. Then I made a path out of mushrooms and buttons so I could make a portal that goes back to my house and I can travel along the Nether roof. I actually got so lucky because I'm usually really bad with Nether travel. But we'll grab some shulker boxes, accidentally find ancient debris while going to the Nether roof again. Holy shit. No way, I just found ancient debris on a complete accident.
and then break bedrock one more time, because I'm just a pro at it now.
Yep, there we go. Oh, maybe I broke bedrock again.
Waste almost a full stack of firewood.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, I left my fast right click on. But I AFK'd, got some more food, and I should never have to worry about it again.
Oh, yeah. I've got 2 shulker boxes full of cooked pork.
Alright, so with everything else out of the way, the last thing I want to make a farm for is the most broken item in the game, Totems of Undying. Raids take forever, so I figured I'd just make a quick raid farm. So I'll finish getting all the blocks that I need, make a harness for my Happy Ghast and suit him up, trap a villager in a boat, and utilize a mechanic I didn't know was in the game. You can connect boats to Happy Gas.
Holy crap, that's so cool.
And then I flew him off into the sunset to go sit in a 1x2 hole for the rest of his life. But we'll just throw up the farm really quick. And actually, I've never built a raid farm in either Bedrock or Java, but this is one of my favorite farms that I built today. It is just so fast and makes getting those totems so much easier. Raids take so long. See, I told you it'd be quick. But that villager must have caught wind of what I was doing because he dipped.
Damn, something killed my villager.
So I flew back and got one more. Dropped him off and boated him back over to the farm. Built a little platform so I could stand on it. Finished up building the killing chamber. And then got our buddy into his new home. Then I flew back and got an ominous bottle so we could try this farm out. And it worked perfectly. There was no issue. I had no problems. It was great. Kills the Ravagers a little slowly, but other than that, it works just fine, and this is really all I need. And this was my haul. I got 2 stacks of emeralds and a bunch of totems, and Hero of the Village, so I went back and got some good trades.
Give me... Oh, I'm breaking for 1? Thank you.
Alright, and then we're back in the Nether one more time, because I'm still wearing my diamond armor, and we need to fix that. I just have not taken the time to mine for ancient debris, so we're going to get all the ancient debris I need. Head back home. Get it all smelted up. And head back one more time, because we need a netherite upgrade template, which can be found at Piglin Bastions, and I didn't find it in my first chest. Alright, so I guess I gotta go exploring. But finally, after my hard searching, I finally found it. Oh wait, that's just Pigstep. Hang on. And finally, after all my searching, I found it. And not just one, but actually 3 of them, along with some other decent loot. So I flew home. And finally, after playing this world for almost 400 days, I have everything to craft full netherite gear. Enjoy. And there we go, finally, full netherite gear. all the farms for the basic resources. We're done. That's the video, y'all. My name is Gingy, the game is Minecraft, and I'm gonna keep playing way too much of it. Peace out.